when we work out, and I always shower. If there's a nice gym shower, I always shower. Yeah. Jay doesn't like to because he doesn't, he's not as comfortable in his skin as me.
Yeah.
Big old dick.
Yep.
I want everyone to know.
He's got a dick.
So we'll be in the shower, like, hey, get the hoggy out. And I'm like, shut up. And I have a towel on, then I'll rip the towel off. Be like, hog alert, and slap his dick.
Hog alert.
Hog alert.
Hog alert.
I think I've told a story before. We at Greenwood Athletic Club. We're a super nice club. But there's the hot tubs where all like the older members hang out, but they face the shower.
Yeah.
And I purposely, and you can shower other places, but I purposely showered there because I knew these old dudes would be staring at Jay's grand Hagoso. And so we're showering.
Grand Hagoso.
Grand Hagoso.
Your Grand Hagoso. Dude, if you've got a real piece,
Grand Hagoso.
It's called a Grand Hagoso. It's called a Hagoso.
Hey,
Holy shit, that's funny.
Jay is shampooing his hair, and I go, oh boy, here we go. And he goes, what? I'm just stirring the pot. He goes, what? I went, those guys staring at your dick. And he goes, who? And he has shampoo in his eyes, and he goes, hold on. He's all covered, and he looks, and he goes, God damn it. And I go, just do your business, man, and then we'll get out of here. And he's doing it. I go, oh boy. He goes, what? I went, they're mocking your dick. They're making fun of your dick. And he goes, hey, he turns around and goes, what the fuck, man? We got issues over here? We got issues over here? And I go, hey, what are you going to do? Beat up the four old? They're so old. So
we got
like if their hearts beat any faster, they're all gonna die in that hot tub. They're all gonna die.
Like if they do a back bend,
oh my god,
their heart will stop.
Like dead, game over. They're like shrimp in there, like ready to die at any time.
Old shrimp.
I go, dude, what are you doing? They're just glancing at your hog, and he goes, fuck that, man. We got a problem. I'm like, all right, you know what? Let's just get out of here. There was this girl in college. I won't say her name, but those of you that went to University of Colorado, well, she was an athlete. Cop, you know who I'm talking about. She was so fine. She was so fine. If she had been Satan, if she was into Satan, I'd been like, yeah, I am too.
Isn't that funny?
She
could be like, I'm a total racist, and you'd be like, well, I'm going to have sex with you, but after that, I'm going to tell you that I don't approve.
Yeah, right? Like, you're literally going to do whatever you can. She was so fine. When I say she was religious, she makes Tim Tebow look like Johnny Manziel. She was so religious.
Oh, boy.
It was. She talked in Bible talk. It really didn't make sense. And you couldn't even get close to her unless
she's
you had a Bible.
She's trying not to do something. She needs God to really she's wearing Jesus like chains.
Yeah, but even Jesus like, girl, you need to fucking relax.
Right.
Even Jesus like, too much.
Right.
Too much.
Right.
Like, have some devoted followers. Too much.
Do good acts.
Too much.
Do good acts. You don't have to be that.
And by good act, give your boy B. Shaba an opening.
Yeah. Now, did she ever give you an opening? Oh boy.
Not even. She
was a steel door.
Oh my God.
You're not getting in that door. Did anybody get in that door?
Not that I know of. Never. Everyone tried, and you didn't have. I'm talking. You didn't have a shot.
So what's she doing now?
I don't know. People, I'm sure my friends know. I'd love to find out. I bet it's not good.
It's interesting to see what
She
happens.
probably has $7 in her bank account.
It's interesting to see what happens to fanatics, because that's fanatical, right?
She was such a good athlete too.
Really?
Oh,
well, I love how honest you are about everything. It's pretty liberating.
Do you know why? Do you know why I do it?
Why?
Because if I don't do it, basically it's this. It's like, I don't want people to have ammunition to hurt me.
Yeah.
Right? So what I do...
Oh, you're doing the 8 Mile.
Right. So what I do, I just go, everything.
Get it all out.
This is everything about me, right? There's nothing that you can say to hurt me. Like, people on Twitter go, you're not funny, you should just quit doing comedy. Go fuck yourself, right? But because of the fact...
It's also ridiculous to say.
I know, but they do say it,
But they say, but Chris Rock gets that. Freaking Rogan.
I understand that, and it doesn't hurt me. No. It doesn't hurt me.
They're looking for a response out of you.
Right, and I don't respond to it, but
LeBron James gets, you suck at basketball.
Yeah.
See, anyone in the world gets that. You suck.
Yeah.
Right.
I would win a fight, I'd get, you fucking suck at fighting. All right, man, cool.
Yeah.
But I think it helps to get everything out there so that now I'm an open book. And also, like, I'm not proud of the things I've done in my life, but I've accepted it.
What are you proud of?
I'm proud of a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think the things I'm proud of is, listen to me, like, for an Asian American to spend 8 years on an American sketch show.
Huge.
It's never been
And
done.
be great.
It's never been done before.
And be great at it.
Yeah, it's never been done before.
For
And I don't
Kore-
ever get credit for it.
For
It's fine.
Koreans, though, Chin, he's a big deal. Yeah, like when I told you he was coming on, he
everyone
goes.
knows him, yeah.
When I told Chin you were coming on, he's like, "Oh well, yeah, I love Biden." I'm like, "Well, it's for sure. Relax. I didn't say Brad Pitt."
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, but for Koreans, it's a big deal, man."
I mean, listen. I mean, a lot of Koreans like me, some don't, but that's fine. But it's like I'm just saying what I feel proud of, and it's like, you know, when I'm from San Diego, my parents are immigrants. I have no connection whatsoever with Hollywood or show business. I literally started from the streets. I was walking down Pearl Street where the Comedy Store in La Jolla is.
Oh, boy.
I saw a help wanted sign. It said we need dishwashers. I was 23 years old. I knocked on the door during the day. Fred Burns, the manager at the time, hired me. And I started doing open mics. And that's how I started.
Awesome.
So to go from there to where I am now,
Yeah, man.
I look in the mirror and go, you know what? It's like I haven't had a day job in 20 years, really.
That's amazing.
You know, I always make a really good nut a year. And for me to do that, being, you know, the way I look and my ethnicity and all that stuff, is really a miracle. And I didn't quit. That's the main
That's
thing.
the American dream, son.
You got to take risks, man.
We'll talk again. That makes me think of Jorge Masvidal, and there's other guys like that. And a subsect of my job is to make people see that Cub Swanson's very special, or Jorge Masvidal's very special. You know, they don't always see that. They see the people that are marketed in a certain way, or that speak a certain way, or that look a certain way. But that moment in the fight. I was going to wear a Chael Sonnen shirt today because in support of Chael.
Yes.
Because I fucking love Chael.
Me too. I love Chael. He was just on here 2 weeks ago.
I saw it.
Or last week.
I love that man. He's
too.
a really, really good man. Him, Joe, and other guys have really helped me and been supportive and liked what I did and said, hey, how do we get you going other places? And that's been really kind. And Chael's one of those guys. And I love Chael. And that moment in there, and like say Dan Hardy, who's a good friend, I admire him a lot. He was really hard on Chael in that fight.
Yeah,
talking
didn't he say it was more scripted than a Britney Spears
He
concert?
did, but later, and
There's
who
no
knows?
going back after
Yeah,
that, brother.
yeah.
I don't care what he said out there. There's really no. I love Dan too.
Yeah.
I love Dan.
Yeah.
He knows that. But once you blast that out, there's no like. I wasn't serious.
Yeah. So here's the thing about Twitter. Someone will respond to something Dan or anybody you or anybody wrote forever, and the moments in time that you go through life, you are many different things. Sometimes you are an asshole.
Yeah.
Sometimes you are a nice person. Sometimes you're kind, and sometimes you're just not thinking.
Yeah.
And yet, somebody will look at that tweet forever. It's like, oh, Dan said this. Dan, I know what he really thinks.
And
Dan-
define you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. And Dan literally might have done this. So then later when he was talking about it, I saw a little clip of it. And he was like, I thought he was going to fight. And he was hard on him, and I get it. And I realized in that moment, Dan is different than me and you and Chael, what you're describing to some degree. He's maybe never had that moment where his brain sells him out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That because people don't get it. They're like, and Dan, who's a genius, because he's one human being and his perspective of the world, he's never had it to the level that Chael may have experienced it, or that I've experienced, or that other, where in that moment you want to win and you want to succeed and you want so badly to do well, and for some reason the lizard part of your brain fucking sells you out.
Yeah.
And it's not like you're saying, I don't want to fight, I want to tap, I don't want. Your fucking brain sells you out in that moment, and there's no way to prepare for that.